Hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a good day. I've had a nice day. It's been a nice and quiet day for me, thankfully. Every now and then, you just gotta take a day and just be quiet with yourself. And I gotta say, it's been an enjoyable one today. And with that, hello, everybody. I am, as always, Chun. And this is Crenbowl Season 21, Week 2. Our Norse team didn't do so terribly well last time, but, as long as I can remember to actually, block, as opposed to, do, elf things as Norse, then maybe we'll be give it to a better point on that. Severenthus, how are you doing, friend? I hope to see you have some good fun here in this game, because it's going to be a good game, I sure hope. At any rate, let us pop over there and see what there is to be seen. Capture button. All right.
More! Oh, not so loud. Let me hear you.
Ha! Zeophiana redeeming heckle. Don't you have other things to be paying attention to? I know you just started your game. Is it really wise to be watching a game while playing your own? I know I've had problems doing that, watching Yogscast play Minecraft while I'm playing Minecraft as well. The horrors of hearing zombies in the background. Anyway, game isn't up yet. Alright, fair enough. Well, as long as you're watching this game and not your... Wait a minute. Who cares? None of the four of us are playing each other. I'm watching both of these games being streamed. Oh, well, save Arenthus. I'm double the Blood Bowl. Perfect. Grr, it's great viewership. Is it? Great viewership. Alright, let's take a look at our teams.
I want to see a doctor. Well, why do you say that? Beginning to like the show.
I love the heckles. All right, let's take a look at the teams. First and foremost, let's see what our team is looking like after week 1. Well, we have Nut Hatch, who is out this week. He got a minus armor value injury, so he's not going to be here, but that might not be the worst thing ever. We will have a loner lineman. We'll just stick him right in the center. But depending on whether or not that lineman gets MVP, I am planning on getting another lineman after this game. Hatch is likely just going to get fired. And another lineman to take his place, so that way I'm not splitting all of the experience, the SPP, between two runners. But who knows? Maybe it'll happen, maybe it'll be good. Regardless, we still have the Cuckoo Cocoa, Red Pine and White Pine, the Berserkers. We have Nutcracker with Dauntless. Nutcase, our thrower, and Macadamia, Brazil, Wall, Hazel, and Almond as our standard linemen. Since everybody's got block, except for Cuckoo Cocoa. 2 rerolls, 1 apothecary. Hopefully the stuff like this will end up being like a good enough team. In time, anyway. But we had problems against halflings. Let's see if we can deal with the metal fandom, the Chaos team. So let's see, we have Ricket Das Sayesh, who is out, so he'll have a... So it looks like Squattic will have a spare Beastman to go along with this. Meanwhile, we have Spotskull Das Sayesh, the Chaos Warrior, Deccan Liverip, and Felcane Liverip. I love how he's theming these out. Oh, he didn't match their helmets to the names, so that's too bad. Anyway... Then we have a few beastmen: Mashgore, Tay-Pelt, Granner Snout, War, Mulgors, Lafegor, Prectigor, Bristly Tusk. I don't know if this is actually like a fandom names of certain metal groups or just other something or other. I'm not sure what the theming is. But he's only got so many players. And as long as I can deal with the 4 Chaos Warriors, we should be okay. Horns could be a bit of a problem. 2 rerolls, 1 apothecary, cheerleaders for whatever reason. So he'll be winning 1 or 2 of the possible table rolls. Should be interesting anyway. Does he have anything? No, he does not have a stadium enhancement. Alright, so with that, it's just about ready to start, so I'm going to pop over. Just give Squadic a bit of a heads up. I know he's online. It's like, it's right there. It'd be pretty obvious. Man, we had 3 games starting at the same time. So say for instance, if you want to have 3 games on at the same time. I mean, I don't think one of these is being streamed. So if you wanted to have like 2 streams going and then Blood Bowl 2 open and watching that live, it might be a bit of havoc on your drivers, but it's entirely possible. Just click that button and see if he accepts it, and if he does, great. If not, well then we can shoot the shit, because I don't know about you, but I'm fairly good at shooting the shit. If you, although depending on how and when and where it is, I shouldn't be admitting that. Anyway, at least was I figured out what the problem with my alerts was from last stream. It was legitimately just I had to restart OBS because the drivers that I had re-downloaded my own video drivers and didn't play nicely without a reset. So I know that now. Alright. Well, we'll see. We shall see indeed. I know we actually talked about the actual time. Yeah, so this is the correct time. We're not dealing with a miscommunication in time zones for once. And it happened after daylight savings this time. So that's also not an excuse. Well, while we're waiting for him, why don't we take a look over at what the rest of the league is doing, or at the very least the rest of the division. Let's see, the X-Force lost to Barely Rolling 1-0. That's Skaven versus Goblins. Or whoever our hobgoblins are. What is Barely Rolling is? You'd think I would know this by now, but this is an it's Chaos Dwarves. That makes sense. So it isn't Goblins, it's Chaos Dwarves. Meanwhile, Rats on Ice lost to Beautiful Killer Women. That should be a Skaven, right? Amazons versus... Man, am I just losing my mind? I'm Rats on the 3rd page. Rats on Ice, Zelda Mario. Okay. I'm just blind. I am just blind. Meanwhile, Chaos Donuts and Monster Hunter Wilds have yet to play. Wolf Watchers, that's Hellbent's team, lost 1-2 against Dwarves. I am so sorry.
What was that?
That was very strange.
It was very weird.
It was peculiar.
It was kind of amusing.
Yes, it was rather funny.
It was incredibly funny.
I loved it.
Hilarious! Wonderful!
Who's here? Thank you for the follow, friend. I appreciate that. Hope you stick around. Welcome to Crenbowl. We've got some games happening, folks. Let's see. Misguided Fools versus Chicago Goats. Who are they again? Let's see. Misguided Fools. That's Kindred Skaven.
Well, I really liked this show tonight. At these prices, who's gonna complain?
Versus Big Mac's human team. All right, so that.
What was that?
That was very strange.
It was very weird.
That was peculiar.
It was kind of amusing.
Yes, it was rather funny.
It was incredibly funny.
I loved it.
Hilarious! Wonderful!
And Saverenthus, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate that as well. Just here to support a fellow upstater? Ah, well then.
Well, shall we
Well,
leave?
if you're here
I
for
should
that,
leave
I hope
now.
you stay
The
for the
worst part's
gameplay.
over.
Or if not, then at least raise the dumb jokes and the Muppets alerts. Shall we have the game within the hour this time around? I would certainly hope so. We actually shouldn't have a problem with time zones, as I said before, memes, but good to see you're here too. Strickland Propane tied with Vozati's MVPs. Well, oh look at here, it's the Cuckoo Nuts still having to play the Metal Fandom. I wonder who they are and when they're playing. Let's see, Bastardly Beaten Busts lost to King of My King as well, so they're down of that. Will of Time and Quarterback Union, Hot Topic Elves and Just Desserts. Wait a minute. Yeah, he just changed his name from an S to a Z after he remade his elf team after being completely destroyed last week. Yeah, Psychona did not have a great time. It was real bad. And then Just a Minor Annoyance versus the ones that are cursed are yet to play. So that's like, what, 5 games other than ours? I'm not going to... And then for the point where I accidentally click this button and send everybody into a tizzy. Let us not do that. Okay, how is Squadic online on Blood Bowl 2, but not on in Discord? Is this like a fantasy league type game? Well, I suppose that it's time to explain this. Who's here? This is Blood Bowl. Very quickly, it can be pretty much described as fantasy football. High fantasy football. Elves, dwarves, humans, rats, chaos beasts, all thrown together and playing football and to deal with their differences instead of worldwide total war within the Warhammer universe, because this is canon to Games Workshop Warhammer. It's all in the same world, more or less. This is definitely older than Age of Sigmar, I will give you that. It's probably the last surviving thing of classic Warhammer fantasy. But yeah, the idea is that we, as a community, this is actually a Blood Bowl league that is associated with the classic YouTuber and streamer Crenbowl. So, he played Blood Bowl once upon a time. He had a lot of fun with it, and as a group decided, hey, let's have ourselves a tournament for my viewers, he says. And one thing leads to another, and here we are, 21 seasons and more later, still playing these games and having fun. It is incredibly dicey, by which I mean that there is a lot of dice being thrown, and you will see me going absolutely crazy head and hands whenever I get like 3 snake eyes or roll double skulls for the 4th time. But it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend playing this. And you stick around long enough, we also have open, what's the word I'm looking for? Open admissions for whenever new seasons come around. So if you want to ever join up, keep an eye out for those, because I know I will be posting them up. As an admin, I'd have the responsibility to anyway. And next season, we'll actually be going into Blood Bowl 3, if that's going to be a deal breaker. But fortunately, like outside of like purchasing the game to actually play, we don't have any variety of... there's no fee to join. This is all just entirely a for fun thing that we do. And we enjoy doing it. A lot of fun is had. So I hope that fills out your initial questions. And if you have any questions about the actual gameplay, feel free to ask. I'm sure I could answer, or memes, or say Varenthus. The fee is that you can't leave the torture until it's over. You know, that is... Yes. That is indeed true. You can't leave until the torture is over. You are stuck in the Crenbowl pain train until, and only until, the train reaches its destination or derails somewhere along the way. But all told... someone's guaranteed to have a good time. Recently bought Sonic and Shadow Generations. I'm trying to save for a 3D printer. You know, very cool and very fair. Alright. Back to playing a league and actually see if I can't. Have you tried voice acting? No, I have not, but it has been on my list of things to try. I have been told more than a few times I should be a voice actor. And to be fair, I've also mentioned this a few times as well. I'm also contemplating trying to do a independent book on tape for one book that I've been very interested in. You start by You should start by voicing a certain visual novel involving snoots for practice. Memes. Never stop trying, sir. Oh, boy. Oh, come on, Squadok. Although, to be fair, Memes, the book that I was planning on doing, I know I've told you, it was your friend's book that he wrote. Good news is, even if you do play Snoot Game, we can continue this by me trying to make you play Wani the sequel. Also true. Also true. Note to self, check out how long to beat and see if I can just do them both in one go and get you off my back. I imagine you would be very good voice acting in a sci-fi role. I could see that. I could see that. But oh man, it's definitely something that I've thought about. It's not something I've actually tried to do in any real amount of capacity, but who knows? Who knows where things go? Depends on reading speed. Snoot Game is 6 to 8 hours. Wani is about 15. Well, okay. 21 to... Oh, man. 21 to 23 hours in one go. That is not something I'm going to be able to do. But who knows? I get the feeling eventually, Memes, you will break me on that. Oh, how do... I'm already pinging him. You are very experienced in nagging, annoying, and whipping my friends until they play the games I want them to. You are most certainly proficient at that, memes. I will definitely give you that. Man, he's either offline. We agreed on this time. He said it was Pacific, so we're working the same thing. My opponent, Squadok, the player of the Metal Fandom, this Chaos team. He's not online on Discord, but he is apparently online on Blood Bowl 2. I've already sent him the invite to play once, memes, but we'll see if he shows up this time. Who knows? I mean, there's no actual like penalty for not accepting this at all. Just, you know, we just sat here for an... Oh, wait! Okay, cool. He's just not showing online on Discord. You know what? Sure. Sure. Alright, folks. Let's see. We got 30k in petty cash. I could afford a Bloodweiser Babe, technically, but that would basically break me. So I'm just going to stick with the Journeyman and go with that. Alright. Alright, who's here? I hope you're ready for a jump into the deep end, because this is Crenbowl Division B Week 2. Division B is the tryhard division, by the way. By the way, I'm not a tryhard. And here we are, sports fans. It's the Nuthaus with our home team, the Cuckoo Nuts. These jacked Norsemen are showing up to have themselves a grand old time of throwing balls and punches as well. That Yeti is standing alongside, trying to keep that new loner they have on the field. And here are their opponents. It's the Metal Fandom, a more heinous conglomeration of goat men and chaos warriors you could never hope to achieve. Well, as these two forces attempt to throw themselves into each other for fame, glory, and Crenbowl, which one will come out on top? We'll find out as the Goblin referee throws the coin. All right, so Squadok gets the choice. I would be in it, but I'm currently showing the filthy Europeans why every country in the world belongs to the USA. Playing Civ, are you then? Oh, is he? Oh, this could be a problem. This, in fact, could be a problem. He's probably just watching the animation. I watch the animation. It doesn't... And... anyway. Okay, so we're in defense. Neat. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Let us turn on skills so that we can... Yeah, let's turn on skills so we can see what all things are at the beginning. So let's see. We'll have the Yeti. Who's our loner? This one's over here. Agnidora. Alright. You go here. You go here. Our thrower goes here. Our runner goes here. Our berserkers to either side. And we'll confirm the setup. Okay. Alright, so here's the basic rundown, who's. I'm playing Norse. And my opponent is playing Chaos. Each player in a game of Blood Bowl begins with 11 and 16 players on their roster. You need to have a minimum of 11 players at the beginning of your game. Otherwise you can't. Otherwise you get a bunch of journeymen. Okay, quick snap. Oh, that is a very shallow kick. Players are split into a number of different positionals, from linemen to blitzers to blockers to big guys. And you can only have so many of however many of those particular positionals as you are allowed in the game. Like, for instance, you generally can only have one big guy like a Yeti. The Norse team can have 2 runners, 2 berserkers, 2 catchers, 2 throwers, boink, and 1 big guy. Whereas Chaos can have 4 Chaos Warriors, a Minotaur, and then anywhere from there to 16 of these Beastmen. As long as you can fulfill those requirements, then you can play Blood Bowl. From there, it's actually fairly simple. Both sides take it in turns to move all the players on their team, until such time as they either run out of time in the clock, or end their turn normally, or experience a turnover, which could result from just about anything. Like, say, failing to pick up the ball, for one. Any action is determined by a d6. And these are the block dice. If you can choose at any point, your player can throw a punch at another player as long as they're right next to you. If your strength is higher than my strength, then you will get to roll 2 of these block dice. And then you can choose whichever one you want. The results of what you roll determine what happens. Like, say, for instance, this guy rolled both down and Defender Stumbles. Defender Stumbles means I get knocked down unless I have the dodge skill, whereas both down means we both get knocked down unless one or both of us has the block skill. I have a lot of block, so my opponent wants to avoid both down as much as possible. And he just stunned me 3 times. Yeah. Too long, didn't read. Blood. Violence. Dice. Insanity. But that's basically the short version of how this game is played. Both sides get 2 halves of 8 turns each. Highest score wins. If you can get possession of the ball into your opponent's end zone, you score 1 touchdown. Simple as. I say simple as when it's hardly that. It's pretty easy to watch without knowing what's going on, really. This is very true indeed. Okay, so let's see. We got 1 warrior, and 1 warrior. Okay, cool. So, 5 strength Yeti versus who do I want to kill? Armor value. Okay, let's go for the goat. They've got less. Okay, I've got frenzy, so this is going to be less worrisome. Well, the Yeti is just going off on his own little adventure. He forgot about Claw. Well, if I had rolled the same dice anyway, it wouldn't have mattered, but you are correct. I did forget about Claw. Alright, 1 dice. One dice block. Let's... Yeah, let's actually do that. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do this. We'll go here, take this to one die block. With block is not the worst thing ever. You know what? That works fine. We'll throw you there. Frenzy. Knock you down. We'll bring Cracker. Now, the problem with where I am right now, with 3 players stunned and out of this turn, I'm not really having any good options for hitting. But a blitz, a one-die blitz into block is, again, not the worst thing ever. So as long as I can get the right thing... Yeah, I'm not going to use the reroll for that. And I'll actually stay put. Nope! Yeah, watch this. Okay, no, he's... Okay, we're good. We're still good. Got a bit of an alley down this side, so we could still run. And I can just hear Digi now being like... So basically, it's a more strategic and luck-based game. Yeah. One of the ways I like describing it is that Blood Bowl is very much a asymmetric, competitive, multiplayer puzzle game where the game can just tell a player no. It is a game where you will, in fact, get diced. It will feel bad, and the game will feel nothing for you. Nothing about it. It feels no pity. It feels no remorse. It only hates. The layout reminds you of Mario and Rabbids games. A bit. It is definitely a tactical game. Or a game that can be described as tactical at the very least. Even more fun, if you wanted, you can purchase these miniatures and actually play the game physically yourself, with people. I know the Norse's armor isn't the highest, but this is insane. KO could possibly come back. Luck is a very big part of it. Dice so regularly do absolutely insane statistical extremes that it can only be explained by the god of Blood Bowl actively fucking with us. Good old Nuffle. Indeed. Nuffle, the god of dice. Oh, take the both down, please. I would love that. And he's setting up to take another hit on the Yeti. Double skulls. Double skulls. Double skulls. Just a push. Can't tell who's winning. Well, at the moment, we've only gone through 1.5 turns. So, reasonably, nobody is winning as such as yet. Stand you up. Stand you up. Yeah, like, for all intents and purposes, I am behind just for board control at the moment. If I could get away with that, which is entirely possible. Although if I could get away with this... That is too many dice for Norse. I mean, this is already a lot of dice for Norse. Alright, let's get at least ways get some removal. Works for me. I really would rather have that been an injury. Alright, like I said, this is too many dice for Norse. Sorry, Digi, but I kind of have to. Actually... That's even worse. I kind of have to. That's 1, 2, 3. Use the reroll. Hey! Get out of here! Worst dodge I could have... Worst bounce I could have hoped for. Well, not if I wanted to get the hit, no. Unfortunately, Pace isn't going to be able to get any real, so I'm just going to try to dodge him away. Oh, he's got to re-roll the pickup. Snake Eyes! Okay. Maybe he is. Let's see, where... Okay, my runner is over here. Actually, let's bring this guy over here. Yeah, we'll bring him over here. Now, the better place would be elsewhere. Crap, if... Okay, you know what? I'm not going to use Case. I'm not going to use Case. I'm just going to put Case over here. I'm going to risk my thrower. Because I want a better shot with this. I get a 2-die into Mashgore. Not quite what I wanted, but you know what? I'll in fact take it. Wild Animal is being very kind to me. Armor break. Just a stun. All right. Pick up the ball, please, Cracker. A 1-die into a push. It's tolerable. Red dice is not... Did you make your runner Cracker just so you can say his name more than usual? No, actually. I made his name Cracker because I was trying to theme the different positionals based on different words and phrases with nut. And I didn't really think about it over much, so I had Nutcracker and Nutcase. I'm going to sleep soon, so I'll see you around, and good luck. Well, Who's, I hope to see you around, too. Thank you for being around as much as you were, and we'll see you around, too. Have a good night. And Hazel's injured. Minus strength point. Oh. He's a lineman. I can replace lineman. But you are correct, Memes. I am saying Cracker quite a bit. Alright, that does open up 2 more goats, but he's used his blitz to do that. Which means my ball handler is fairly safe at the moment. Oh, funny. I'm going to try to get the Yeti into that. I've got block and you do not, doo-dah. Skull both down into skull push. At least ways it worked out. 1 dice into block is a thing that you can do too. But you're also out of rerolls, aren't you? Alright, 1 die with block. Works for me. Will Wall get some points? No. But it does open up Red Pine to get up and moving. And then, since I haven't used my blitz yet, we'll get a 2 die into Bristly Tusk with jump up. And since I also have Frenzy, Armor break! Get ready! Yes! Hey, that levels up Red Pine! And also gets Cracker an opportunity to get out of here. I say that as I completely ignore that he had another dodge to make. Well.
He shouldn't have jumped. The show's not that bad.
Living alerts! Yep. This is definitely turning out to be a game. So Red Pine got the level up. That's nice. Cracker is unlikely to get to the score at this point. I'll start thinking about who else might be able to do that. Macadamia could afford it. Or do I just give it to Red Pine and just... You know, I might just even just give it to Red Pine. And then a blitz with horns into a 2-die. He gets it. And bad bounce for him. Macadamia gets taken to the ground. And a little bit further because he's KO'd. Not gonna power Apo. At the moment, I'm saving the apothecaries for important positionals. Stand the loner up. Get you in there. Get you in there. Wild animal working in my favor again. There we go. Okay, we at least have got something in the way of some stickiness. Pick up the ball. And I'm out of rerolls. All right. This is turning into a... Like, this was a game. Red Pine is just getting pushed. Both sides out of rerolls. Could have stood up Case. Could have stood up Cracker. And he's stunned. Brazil is stunned. We're absolutely fighting for it. Okay, one of my other berserkers is only KO'd. That's fine. He fails the pickup. We got Butterfingers all of a sudden. Alright, pick up. Works for me. Yes! Yeah. Well, it's not nothing. It's a stun. And as long as Cuckoo Coco is in a good place. Alright, pick up the ball. Please, Case. Case is KO'd. Nice. I'm gonna regret not power apoing something. There's the 6. Oh, that was the wrong way to go. Because that's a hole that red pine can go through. All right, and a
You
shot.
want to hear me sing?
Only if you sing tenor.
Tenor?
10 or 11 miles away.
Oh, Coco's still on the field. Okay, stand up. Stand up. I'm gonna have to make some kind of a risk. Get Almond up and going. Nope. I mean, it was incredibly unlikely that what I had planned to go up on that was going to work at all. But I had to set up for something. And of course, I'm just not dodging at all today. I make 2 dodges on that 1 blitz at the beginning of the half. And then it's just like, no, not gonna happen. What? You're Norse, not Amazon. You don't get to dodge. Hey, all my KOs come back. Okay. So, we are both at 10. We have both lost alignment. I get 1 turn of violence before the half.
Hey, you want to hear me sing?
And I get...
Only if you sing solo.
Solo?
So low I can't hear.
Well, we got both of the sing heckles in one go. A tree dodge scare you. Anytime a tree dodges, it's scary, dude. So how'd it go, Zio? Have a good game? Because I've been having a game, too. Alright, so now he kicks the ball. Like I said, I get 0-1 with 8 or 9 fouls in your favor. Very nice! You're fouling Amazons, working out pretty well. Oh! Dry up! Dry up, catches! Trees are indeed tough. One die with block. Neat. I get one turn of just pure violence, and it runs straight into a skull. No levels though. That's hard to hit. That's hard to take. But
What are we waiting for?
For it to get tacky.
Well, another first on this show.
How's that?
Well, it's the first time we've had to wait for it to get tacky.
maybe roll 2 die next time. I was setting up for some 2 die against the warrior. Whatever. Lots of people at 4 to 5. That's good to know. Now I just got to do something else. Just have a cheeky pass with a couple of your linemen just for good measure. All right. Boom. Another high kick. Will it be another one? Yes! Ah. I hate my life. Not... Alright. Yes, that was me being a little bit tilty. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to go completely insane, but I am going to surf a goat. I am going to 2-die surf a goat. I am not going to 2-die surf the goat. Here to pick up the ball, Case. I really don't think Case likes playing Blood Bowl. I'm going to have to go through the crosstabs and find out exactly all of the dice that Case rolled. Yay, he got double skulls. And he chose not to do it. Okay, cool. Nuffle turned on you this... Guess so.
Well, I really like this show tonight.
At these prices, who's gonna complain?
Can somebody clip that entire thing, please? It was a 2-die! I know Cuckoo Coco doesn't have block, but it wouldn't have helped with the double skulls. I did forget about Loner. I will give you that. Oh, that one just hurts so bad.
Oh, wow. Look, there's a bag full of fruits and vegetables up here.
Perchance Statler and Waldorf were thinking of throwing a party.
Well, this much food won't go very far.
Well, they only wanted to throw it as far as the stage.
Oh, for sure.
The heckles help. The heckles do help. I find myself far less tilted with them.
Well, shall we call it a night?
Might as well. Certainly wouldn't call it a show.
Alright, let's see. I can one die tape pelt off and get the best chance I have. That still requires a dodge that I've been so good with lately. And without the Yeti... Oh, wait, this is bad. That's actually really bad. Would actually be better if I took that dodge. It would still be one dies with block, but I wouldn't have to risk frenzy. And I might be able to push the ball out, too. Why wouldn't I? Because why would I? This is bad. Yeah, and he gets the 6. Eh. Norse like Chaos, you have to get level ups to get very far. Yeah. Alright, that's... it's broke, so why fix it? Watch, I'm gonna get double skulls back into Cuckoo. And he gets more rerolls. What did he say? Well, if you choose goblins, you were just playing for fun from the start anyway. Very true. Can I surf the goat again? Or even at all? Surf the goat! Surf the goat! One die, red die, red die. I've already blitzed. I have no rerolls. Squatic is 2. Right here, right now. Who? Show of hands. Who wants to fire Case? Best I can hope for is a good roll on winnings. What was my injury again? Alignment minus strength alignment. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna re-roll that because he can. That would still be a 1 die. That's still a 1 die. That'd be a 2 die. Now that's a 2-die. And that's an armor break. It's a stun. Alright. Oh, jump up. I forgot about jump up. I just wanted to stand up anyway. Well, actually, I can make it. Oh, whatever. Maybe I failed to jump up. Ah, who cares? At least your players with point don't have serious injuries, at least. I'm not saying anything. I am not normally a superstitious man. This game made me the one.
Oh, terrific, terrific, wonderful. Say, is your friend the avocado here some kind of professional critic?
Nah, he's just unemployed.
You should go to work. Try to make something of yourself.
Oh, like what?
Guacamole.
You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh. I don't think Case deserves.
What are we waiting for?
For it to get tacky.
Well, another first on this show.
How's that?
Well, it's the first time we've had to wait for it to get tacky.
Oh boy. This game is absurd, ridiculous, ungodly, and nonsensical. Anything else? Yeah. I wish I'd come up with the idea and profited off of it. Think Cuckoo Coco can get 2 more injuries in the time that I have, and that way he can level up alongside of Red Pine? Sources point to no. It would have been amazing if Red Pine had gotten an injury off of that. Works for me. Well, it's a KO. Not that I won't take them, but I would hope they were injuries. One die. Well, not for lack of trying. He's got to make dodges, which as Beastman is not great. And it's not great for Norsemen either, so... I've got one more turn. I can pull this back to a 2-1, so at least ways I'm not entirely shut out. Oh, tonight has been so very night. He has no GFIs. He may... No, GFIs. Rerolls. If he fails even one of these dice... He needed to do that... Oh, He needed that blitz to be elsewhere, I think, but... But he knows him... I'm sure he knows his shit better than I do, so... And still one dodge. It's not the worst ever. Shake my head, was this mercy? He's giving you a chance? The weak milksop? May Nuffle curse him. Yeah. It would seem that way, but let's be honest. With how Nuffle has been twisting the knife in my back, honestly, there's one thing and only one thing I should do. There we go. Nah. Actually, let's... Yeah, loner, wall, an almond. A 5-game. Other systems suck. Well, it's what we kind of had to do, memes. We've been flying by the seat of our pants. And unless we want to throw everybody into the division, all into the meat grinder as such, and yeah, I mean, frankly. I mean, sure, everybody's gonna have their opinion about whether or not we do Whisson or Round Robin. And yeah, you're right, Round Robin in this format is a lot better. It's more games, it's more fun, and it's more for more people, but at the same time, for how fluctuating our player base has been, Whisson is just more sensical for a lot of that. Not a good kick, though. These guys are gonna die. Stun. But I agree. This season in particular is probably going to be the rougher one. Ooh, nice. Would have been amazing if that had given the loner some SPP. All right, well, let's see what happens. Who gets MVP? I got a 3. Okay, so I can replace a lineman. He didn't get any SPP, so I'm not going to get him. I'm going to rename a guy if I do. Red Pine! May I suggest Buster is the new player? Well, Red Pine definitely levels up now. And is so close to another level next game, too, if we can get him. Yep, 7 points for Red Pine, 3 on White Pine. Just my Berserkers are the only things we hear. Berserking, indeed. Okay. He made one of his passes. 25% pickup. 25% pickup. 33% catch. He rolled 7 ones on his own!
He shouldn't have jumped. The show's not that bad.
Oh, no. I hate you, Case. Case rolled exactly 1/5. 20% of my ones in that game was just Case. Just Case. Loner went well, though. They're a wild animal, not Loner. 66 armor, 37 dodge, 45 dodge, 37 pickup. Oh god, that sucks. 45 dodge, also bad. They're 3 ups. It should be 50-50. No, less than 50-50. Should be like 60%. 40%, 20% catch. I made exactly 1 catch. When did I make that catch? I don't know. 76% injury, 75% wake up after KO, not bad. 50% pass, 100% of my going for it. That's actually not bad. Black dice. 13, 7, 21, 10, and 13. My black dice weren't bad, at least. How about him? 15, 11, 12, 13, 17, 12. Nothing below 50%, and that was his pickups. 100% casualty, 100% wake up, 60% going for it, 100% dodges. He only made the 1. 90% injury, 62% armor. 15, 15, 31, 17, 19. His block dice were higher, though. His block dice were on average higher. Not by much, but, you know. Man, that was a game that happened. Alright. So, we don't know who's coming up next for next week. So, Hazel, the strength runner, is... strength bust lineman is out. Hatch is back, the minus armor. I've got 60. I can replace 1 lineman. I was going to replace a lineman anyway. Well, let's see what Red Pine gets. Let's see. Block strength. Movement would be great. Strength would be great. Agility would be fantastic. Strength skills, general skills. Well, let's see what we get. Roll the dice. Doubles! Nice. Okay. Do I give Red Pine dodge? That being said, wait and see who you play. That's a very good point. That is a very good point. Wrestle with jump up isn't horrible because I can get back up easily enough. Dauntless could be useful to go hunting big guys. Strip ball if he continues to be a blitzer, which he is. Tackle to go against anybody with dodge or whatever. He's not a kicker. Shadowing doesn't help, although movement is not so bad with this. Dodge would be amazing. Just have a berserker with blodge. Diving tackle is funny with jump up, make him kiss left blitzer with frenzy. There's really nothing in pass that I want to give him. I can't take grab, not that I would want to. Guard, Juggernaut, Mighty Blow. Mighty Blow's always good. But yeah, we'll see about who we're playing. We'll see about who we're playing. But in the meantime, who is worse? Who is worse? The minus armor value runner or the minus strength lineman? Honestly, I think the minus strength lineman, as long as he's just a body, is going to be a... Yeah, I suppose. I mean, as long as Hatch is out of the way, he can... That 6 armor isn't the worst thing. Yeah, so we'll fire Hazel. I am all block. Alright. So, let's see. Okay. So we fire Hazel. Case, you're safe for the moment, but those numbers had better come back up. Hatch is fine, again, for the moment. Alright, so we'll drop Hazel. Can't replace the thrower. I don't want to replace the runner just yet. Can't do any more berserkers. Old foreigners are too expensive. So it was Buster Nut, right? Yeah, right. Because you're having your nuts busted. All right, you know what? For that one, memes, which head? We've got 9 of them. Four? All right. There we go. And we're back to 990. Man, it's almost as if nothing has changed. But after Red Pine levels up next week. All right. Well then, with that, let us just take a quick peek. Oh, who did... Let me see. Oh, of course. He took extra arms. He's got the extra arms Beastman because why wouldn't you? Congratulations, I have snuck another Snoot Wani reference onto your team. One of the characters in Wani is called Buster. Well, it does fit the team theme too, kinda. Not near as much as, like, say, the actual tree nuts that I was using, but, you know, who cares? Anyway, let's see. So we're down 2. Which means we're off this page. Speaking of the Snoot Marathon stream you promised would 100% happen, don't try and gaslight me on that one, memes. You will be the first to know when that happens. Alright, but let's see. Currently, the only person I am eligible to face is John Toff. The other ones that I am likely to face would be Psychona, Dehedro, Classified Berserker, Best Friend, Hellbent, and Logan. Dark Elf, Elven Union, Kislev, Wood Elves, Goblins, Dark Elf, and Khemri. Why am I getting the opinion that I just want to forego that and forego the doubles and just grab Tackle? Elven Union, Kislev, Wood Elves, and Goblins would all just die to Tackle. But we'll see what it's like. We'll see what's coming up. But yeah, there's 5 games still yet to play. In this division, anyway. How's the rest of the league looking, actually? Division A. Well, let's see. We got a 3-way tie in first place with Gugs, Savarenthus, and Grimgors. You're doing good there, man. Cadwin with 2 ties. Not looking so bad at the moment over there. He could possibly claw his way back. Von Ka, Yonster, and Ushimaru Hoshi are gonna have some problems, I'm betting. Where'd he go? Doom Shortly. Yeah, alright. Who's he playing? Glassite Peak Raiders. Oh yeah, that's right. That is a dwarf game. Jabberwock and Zenitor. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a game, all right. Will Zenitor, who went 3-0 against Dark Elves, you heard me right, 3-0 as dwarves. 3, count them. 1, 2, 3. 3 touchdowns, holding the Dark Elves scoreless. I mean, to be fair, there were only about 4 Dark Elves left on the field at the end of the game. I don't know. I don't remember, and I watched the second half of that game. I think that both of my games were a single bad roll away from being 3-0. That's fair. But I'll be perfectly honest, I'm still rooting for Jabberwock. Like, I have to. He's a friend of mine, right? Well, a lot of y'all are my friends, but, you know, I've actually met the Jabberwock for one. Meanwhile, Digi's Sega Nation with Segata Sanshiro is doing reasonably well as well. Beating Crendor, which was nice. Zeros has got 1-0-1. I don't know who he lost. Oh, wait, no, Zeros lost to Zenitor. That's right. Who did, wrong button. Oh, yeah, he played against the Green Bean squad. Who was the Green Bean squad? Goblins. You know, I'm really not surprised that, Jabberwock beat Goblins. Both of them getting some good grinding games early on. That'll help him about. How about the semi-playoffs? Division C's EU. See what that leaderboard is like. Memes, you're up 2-0. That's nice. Mark the third, right behind you. We're tied with first. Vulgar Display setting in third place. Knipsu and Bubus for fourth. Fen, Roll Up, Grant's there. Ilvian is not doing great, and neither is Cole because he's Cole. We hate Pablo Honey? What a name is that? It's McGravy's human team. What a name. The Litter Daycare? Okay, what? Child Care Manager. Runt, Kiddo, Squirt, Bratworm, Munchkin, Youngin, Small Fry, Sprog, Crib Lizard, and Muppet. Cole, this was a great line. This is a great bit of stuff. It's a terrible team, but it's a great bit of stuff. I love what you're doing. Child Care Manager. You know, my sister is actually the director of a preschool and daycare. She'd probably agree with this. The only way that this would be better is this were an ogre team and this was all like snotlings or noblars, whatever. But this is probably better. Still got absolutely trashed by Jabberwock's dwarves. But yeah. And how about Division D? How is D doing? Well, there's only 8 of them, so that's nice. Let's see, we have Captain S'mores at 1-0-1. Wow. This is going to be interesting. Otterman and Nikio beyond that. Sewer Punked Delphinium also losing. Kitsu filling in with her Amazon Holo friends. Why am I not surprised that Kitsu has a Hololive themed team? Su, Neofam, Onigiri, Kone, Koronesuki, Neko, Omozo, Omaruza, Yuki Metsu, Rose yep. Whether or not they're on. It's Hololive, alright. Alright, well, I suppose with that, about as good point as any. As I do need to be heading out. It's been a nice, quiet day for me, but that doesn't mean I don't have to go to work. Which is indeed something that I need to do. Pardon me. Alright, well then. With that game of Blood Bowl out of the way, 0-2. Like I said, I'm probably not going to go any further. Or I'm probably not going to get to the second half of the season anyway. But, as such, it's been a good game nonetheless. We'll see what we have when we play next week. And let's see. Rest of the week, we've got D&D on Sunday, so look forward to that. We got more of that. I'm actually planning on some early game shenaniganery. But beyond that, let's see. Blood Bowl next week. I have been sent to the Shadow Realm. That is indeed true. You have been sent to the Shadow Realm. Will we figure out what happened to Rote? Will Diggory's his foreshadowed shenaniganery backfire in a worse way? Will it end up being another episode of the Diggory and Rote show? And will or will this Scooby-Doo variety gang, as discussed in the last episode, actually have anything interesting to do in coming into the back end of this dungeon that they find themselves in? I suppose we shall find out, won't we? But otherwise, there's that. There's more Blood Bowl coming next week as soon as we figure out when the week rolls over, which shouldn't be too terribly long. But yeah, other than that, if I figure it out, I'll tell you. I do need to, although one of these days, I just need to fucking paint this cup of miniatures. It's like, this is the last remnants of the, of my, lizard team that I need to finish and actually paint up, which shouldn't take too long, thankfully. But also the gnomes that I've been sitting on for far too long. But yeah, I'll figure something like that out. It's gonna be a good day regardless of what the next one is, and whatever that next one is.
Hey, any sign of Statler and Waldorf?
No, looks like they split for good. Maybe they didn't like the acoustics.
Why, can't you hear what's being said on stage?
Every word.
Oh, and Snoots. You will eventually wear me down on that one, Memes. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Alright, well, until then, guys, whatever that next one is, thank you all for hanging around.
That reminds me, this show has always reminded me of a sardine.
Why?
It's a little fishy.
I love those. I really do love those. Anyway, thank you all for hanging around, chatting, being all around cool dudes. To free me from the Shadow Orb, you must stream Snoot. Only if you stay in the Shadow Orb, Memes. And I doubt anybody's going to want that to be continue to be the case. Dumb question. Dumb question. What happens if all 5 of us are in the orb at once? So dumb. I don't know enough about Bakugan lore to know that much about the Shadow Realm other than you get sent there. It's not Bakugan, that's... It's not Bakugan, that's actually from Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, there is a Shadow... There is a Bakugan... Why do I know there is a Bakugan Shadow Realm? Oh boy, before I lose my mind even further, I will see you all in the next game. Have a good rest of your night, all. Where's the... Damn it, buttons! One of these days, I will remember that my stream deck and stuff is not on the same stuff all the time.
Yes. No. Yes. No.
Quiet!
No.